punching power from Inoue. Look at Inoue, he's having fun. This is the undisputed champion.
Three-punch combination.
Uh-oh.
Hands behind the back. Oh! Now Inoue.
He's vicious. The monster.
Left hook comes in. Inoue comes around the guard with a right hand.
The mean son of a bitch.
And a big right hand that comes in. Great work from Inoue.
As I said, I picked Inoue to win, but I thought it would be a much more closely contested fight than it was. And listen, I'm not dissing Fulton.
Uppercut, body shot again. My oh my!
He was just blown away by a person whom I now consider. I was wavering a little bit.
It's really hard to get in and out.
Oh, right hand hurts him. Oh, a huge right hand from the monster.
You know, but I now consider after having watched that in its entirety, you're looking at a generational talent.
Three-punch combination. Goes back to it again. Oh!
Yeah.
And Fulton is still a good fighter. I don't want people to start shredding him and throwing him under the bus. No, he's still a good champion. Well, ex-champion now. He's still a very good fighter who can come again. It's just that yesterday, man, he was in the presence of greatness, in my view.
Destructive work from the monster. Body shot. A fearsome flurry. And he's down. He's got him with a left.
7.
Oh, a big right hand.
Hard to get in and out. 7.
Oh, a big right hand from Naoya Inoue.
Nice left hook there from.
Everything. He showed speed, he showed power, he showed some flavor with his feet.
Already undisputed. Why is he staying at 122? Why is he fighting this guy?
So that side is up, and then he comes.
Always keeping him in range. There's a right hand and a left hand to the body. Offense, Timmy, just keeping away off of that. There's right hand that comes in.
The thing is, though, he's coming up from, what is it, 115?
He started at 108.
108. Like, this guy was tiny. Going up 126, that's another division. It's going to be his 5th, 6th division. I think that's why he's taking it a bit slow.
With fire, that's just the way it is. For better.
To find his balance. Better to just go down there because Inoue is going to work him and then knock him.
Of course, people are pushing him for 126, and I think at 126 we will see Inoue struggle a bit more, especially if you've been jumping.
At times frustrating.
He puts his hands up like that. Inoue would throw a shot and then hook. Ooh.
He's not gonna make it up.
Naoya! So many weight classes throughout your career that Inoue may receive his first loss.
With fire, that's just the way it is. For better.
The monster!
Inoue went against the rope. Good right hand off the rope. He's fighting off the ropes now. There's not a part of his game I haven't seen. He's been everybody this fight. Good right hand to the body. Good jab. I mean, I don't. Paul Butler can't hit him with shit. Look, you see that? The footwork and the head movement. Back right to that left came so fast after the right to the body. Yeah, he hurt him. Butler's down. That's it. He's knocked out. 11th round. He broke him down and knocked him out. That is amazing because he tried to open him up. He tried to counter him. He tried to give him confidence. He chased him the whole time. He found a way to pick that lock and knock him out. That's an all-time great fight.
Flat out, he's my favorite fighter in the world. Watching that guy fight, man, and waking up at 6:30 a.m. to watch the undercard to get ready for a Naoya Inoue fight has become a bit of a pastime for me now. I love it. I'm up there. I have my espresso. I'm sitting outside watching. My neighbors hate me because I'm yelling at the camera at 7:30 in the morning. Every knockdown that happened in this fight, and there was a bunch of them. I mean, I was screaming at them.
And a big right hand that comes in. Great work from Inoue. That power of Inoue comes through. Look at this. Hands behind the back.
He hit him with the Roy Jones.
Then he comes forward.
The ropes, backed up into the corner. Here comes Inoue. That destructive, decisive power does it again.
21-0, undefeated. He's a 3-division champion. He's a big puncher. He was champion 112.
Bam, a puncher. He is good. But the way how he places punches, like,
his nickname is, was it the Monster or the Beast? The Monster. He's fighting this weekend.
He is good. I'm gonna watch him. That's the one you asked where he come from.
Yeah. He's Japanese.
Good. His placements and everything.
Footwork.
Yeah.
Defense.
He's 29 years old, and I said that 28. He beat Maloney from Australia last.
He beat what's his name? What's his name? Daenerys?
Yeah, he beat Daenerys. Yup. He got dropped in that fight. He got dropped and he got up and beat him.
No, he didn't get dropped.
He didn't get dropped?
He got hurt.
He got hurt.
Because I believe Inoue can become a multiple weight world champion. So I'm thinking, what if one day we fight at 140?
He's a great finisher. I think he's the best finisher in boxing. He's Joe Louis, he's Mike Tyson, he's Jack Dempsey. 3 of the greatest finishers in the history of the sport. He's all of them.
What do you think about that fight?
As of right now, I think we're in the same weight class, but we may be down 6 years, 7 years from now. Who knows what could happen? But,
it does a few things. One, it keeps him safe because it's basically a defense mechanism. If I'm not wild and loose, you can't really counter me, or I just won't slip up and do something stupid. So there's not a whole lot that I'm giving you, basically, as an opponent. There's not a lot that I'm giving you. But also, it preserves energy. And he can preserve energy. I mean, the guys at that weight, you know, they're a whole lot smaller, so they can definitely preserve energy. But when you're throwing those single shots like he does, it preserves energy. So he's still fresh in the championship round.
Inoue's nickname? The Monster. Fitting, right? By the end of this, you'll see why that's possibly the biggest understatement in combat sports. So, who is this guy, and why does Joe Rogan think he's the second coming of combat brilliance? Let's break it all down. Joe Rogan isn't one to toss out compliments lightly. We've seen him geek out over combat sports legends before, but when it comes to Naoya Inoue, it's like watching a kid discover their favorite candy for the first time. Rogan recently described Inoue as a once-in-a-generation talent with a combination of speed, power, and precision that's basically unfair to the rest of humanity.
He is the best boxer in the world. His resume is better. His accolades are better. Becoming 2-time undisputed. The names that he's fought have all been legitimate and dangerous. We are seeing a potential icon in the making. Pound for pound, one of the hardest hitters. Pound for pound, one of the smartest fighters. Pound for pound has perfected nearly every aspect of this sport. Of every major monster in the boxing world today, he is the king of all. Even better than Terrence Crawford. Even better than Gervonta Tank Davis. Better than Usyk. We can keep going down the list. Inoue is the best fighter in the world today. There is no boxer today that has the complete package of outright talent, discipline, power, speed, skill, adaptability, defensive soundness, and toughness. All wrapped in one. That brother is the best fighter in the world. He's the best in the world.
Now Inoue with a combination. Right hand to the body is a good one.
That's wild. Hey, look up this young fighter called the Monster. You ever hear Monster?
No.
Japanese fighter called Monster. This is a monster.
Crazy dude.
Yeah, let's check him out, man. Ikuki, what's his name?
This guy, Naoya.
Yeah, let's look at some of his fights. He's a mean fella.
Where's he fight?
The Japanese, 118 pounds, but wow, he was like 108.
Boxing?
He's a mean son of a bitch. Oh yeah, you gotta see this bad motherfucker. You don't
land some shots.
There it is.
But then a shot like that'll land.
Left hook to the body.
Knocked down, scored by the Monster.
look like much. He's better than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was blue like that.
And still can crack. And still as fast as lightning.
Yeah, look, the power that he possesses, but it's not a thumping power. It's that explosive speed, that explosive power, the footwork he gets in position.
He's such an unusual guy. You know what's crazy about him is his calves.
Yeah,
when you look
massive.
At that, they're giant. Yeah. They're like a thigh.
And I know the reason why, because in General Santos, the mountains that he runs and that steep hill, that's why they're so big. Because he's always constantly running the mountains.
Today we're diving into the combat sports world with a spotlight on a fighter who has left Joe Rogan, yes, the Joe Rogan, absolutely flabbergasted. And let's be real, when Joe Rogan is impressed, you know you've done something extraordinary. Meet Naoya Inoue, a man whose fists should be classified as lethal weapons. This isn't your everyday rags-to-riches fighter story. Oh no, this is the tale of a man who has opponents questioning their life choices before they even step into the ring.
Round 7. Oh, a big right hand from Naoya Inoue, and it's over. It is over.
Rogan said, and I quote, "This guy's calves, they're like thighs." Yup, we're starting with his calves. But hey, Rogan's got a point. Those calves, built from running mountains in Japan. Literal mountains, folks. This isn't your average morning jog around the neighborhood. It's hardcore, uphill battles against nature itself. And the result? Calves that could probably bench press more than most of us. But let's not get lost in the legs. It's the way those legs carry him in the ring that's terrifying. Rogan's breakdown of Inoue's footwork, speed, and fight IQ makes it clear.
He looks like a pop star. Oh, wait till he get on these motherfuckers. The most efficient hunting machine in all of boxing. He's vicious. The monster. Oof. That's a badass guy he beat too. Broke him down. Ooh. 118? Yeah. Who the hell fights in that fucking division? Bantamweights. Yeah, but who? Some bad motherfuckers. Yeah, some killers. Ooh, break him. Ooh, a monster. He beat him so easy.
This guy isn't just a fighter. He's a problem. No, scratch that. He's a crisis for anyone standing across from him.
Pacquiao looked against Eric Morales.
Manny Pacquiao, so powerful. He can fight middleweight right now.
Just 2 weeks after Floyd Mayweather beat Baltimore at 147. And that's when the first time you heard them mention, hey, Manny Pacquiao, should he keep jumping up the weight classes? And then Floyd Mayweather retires, Manny Pacquiao knocks out Hatton. And that's when you say, oh, forget where he started. Look at how he's finishing. He's a big kid. Now, Naoya Inoue versus Fulton. We'll see him get over that injury. If he can handle Fulton, you heard Gervonta Tank Davis say, hey, man, that'll be something. I would like to fight him. Why? Because he's a masterclass of a fighter. Big puncher. He said, yeah, I may be too big for him. Many people know Mayweather was probably too big for Manny Pacquiao. Still, people salivated over that fight.
Listen, before we get to
like the first 3.
We got to preview Haney and Garcia. We got some time left, but we got to get to this whole madness on this whole Naoya Inoue madness on Twitter. He said,
I know a thing or two.
I ain't in this.
I know a thing or two about, running into problems.
Listen, for context, if you did, I don't know if they clipped it wrong or what. The question that was presented to me by Jim, do you think Inoue should come to the United States? Not, do you think he needs to come to the United States? If he said needs, I heard
Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, and Naoya the Monster Inoue versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Oh, y'all said I was crazy. History repeats itself. East versus the West. Tank Davis versus Naoya Inoue. Let me get my smoothie, huh? They learn from Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao. They learn from them. They don't wait too long now. Now the fight is right on time. And now you heard what Gervonta Tank Davis had to say.
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. Now that would be technical. That fight right there, like me and him. But I think I'd be too big for him.
Probably, yeah.
I'd be too big for him, yeah. But that fight would be like
a dream fight.
Yeah, facts.
Not that crazy, is it? It's not that crazy. Gervonta Tank Davis, right now, you look at him and say, certainly he's too big. Until we see how Naoya Inoue fare against cool boy Stephen Fulton. That's when we'll find out. If Naoya Inoue comes in hydrated well, punching fast, punching hard. Remember how Manny Pacquiao looked against Eric Morales.
The stats don't lie. A record to fear. Naoya Inoue's professional record reads like a cheat code in a video game. 28 wins, 0 losses, 25 knockouts. 25 knockouts. That means 89% of the time, someone is either hitting the canvas or praying the referee steps in before it gets worse. Rogan couldn't stop raving about how Inoue's power isn't just good for his weight class, it's downright absurd. And let's talk about those weight classes. Inoue has claimed titles across multiple divisions: light flyweight, super flyweight, bantamweight, and now super bantamweight. You'd think switching weight classes would slow him down or dilute his power, but nope. He's out here knocking people out like it's a casual Sunday activity. Rogan summed it up perfectly. Guys at his weight class don't usually have that kind of one-punch knockout ability. Translation? If you're in his weight class, your options are A, avoid him like the plague, or B, face him and hope for a miracle. Spoiler alert, miracles don't happen against Inoue.
Inoue is not only pound for pound the best in the world, Inoue is the best fighter I've ever seen. Ever seen, no matter what weight category or anything. I have never, ever, in the almost 60 years I've been in boxing, seen anything like Inoue.
The precision machine now. Here's where things get freaky. It's not just the power that sets Inoue apart, it's his precision. Rogan likened him to a surgeon, slicing through opponents with pinpoint accuracy. Every punch is calculated, every move deliberate. This isn't some brawler swinging wildly in the hopes of landing a lucky shot. Oh no, Inoue knows exactly what he's doing. Picture this. You're in the ring with Inoue. You think you've got him figured out, maybe even land a decent jab or two. And then before you know it, he's adjusted, downloaded your entire game plan, and countered it perfectly.
It gets knocked down in the first round. And I said, whoa. But he kept it together. It was like he was surviving, fighting back, and being defensive, like simultaneously, which I thought was very impressive. You get a mixture of, it's usually like one of the three. You got somebody who's trying to hold on and hang on and move, or you get somebody who don't know better and just trying to fight back, you know what I mean? Or, you get the guy who's just straight defense and, let me get through this round. He seemed to do a little bit of all three, which I thought was very impressive. And, understanding Neri to have he came into the game in the US when he debuted out here. He came in out here having known to have some crazy power.
Rogan compared this ability to that of a chess grandmaster. Imagine playing chess with someone who's already 3 moves ahead. Now add knockout power. Terrifying, isn't it? The Nonito Donaire fight, a testament to heart. Let's revisit one of Inoue's most talked about fights, his 2019 showdown against Nonito Donaire. This wasn't just any fight, it was a war. Inoue suffered a fractured orbital bone, yes, a literal broken face, and still managed to pull off a unanimous decision victory. Rogan pointed to this fight as proof that Inoue isn't just a knockout artist. He's got heart and grit to match his talent. Think about that for a second. Most people would call it a day after breaking a bone in their face. Inoue, he fought through it, adjusted his strategy, and won. That's the kind of resilience that separates the greats from the legends. Now let's talk about the mental game. According to Rogan, fighting someone like Inoue isn't just a physical challenge, it's a psychological nightmare. Imagine stepping into the ring knowing your opponent can knock you out with either hand and barely breaks a sweat while doing it. It's like going into a test knowing the teacher already decided you're failing, except the stakes are much, much higher. Rogan likened Inoue's aura to that of Mike Tyson in his prime. Fighters would lose to Tyson before the bell even rang, overwhelmed by the sheer fear of facing him. Inoue brings a similar energy to the lighter weight classes. His opponents don't just lose, they unravel. Rogan couldn't help but compare Inoue to some of boxing's all-time greats, like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. But here's the kicker. Inoue combines elements of both. He's got Mayweather's technical brilliance and Pacquiao's ferocity. It's like someone took the best attributes of these legends, added a dash of pure menace, and said, "Here you go, world. Good luck dealing with this." Let's pause for a moment to talk about gloves. Most knockout artists opt for gloves designed to enhance punching power. Inoue, he wears winning gloves, often referred to as pillows in the boxing community, because they prioritize hand protection. Yet he's still knocking people out left and right. Rogan called this unheard of, and for good reason. If he can deliver that kind of power with gloves designed to cushion punches, imagine what he'd do with regular ones. Actually, don't imagine it. It's too scary. Now, before we crown him an invincible demigod, let's address the one thing that makes Inoue human, his vulnerability. Rogan pointed out that in his fight against Donaire, Inoue showed he could be hurt. But here's the thing. Even when he's vulnerable, he's still terrifying. He doesn't back down. He adapts. That's the mark of a true champion. So, what's next for Naoya Inoue? At 31, he's already cemented his legacy as one of the greatest fighters of all time. But knowing him, he's not done yet. The boxing world better brace itself because the monster isn't slowing down anytime soon. Joe Rogan summed it up best. He's a once-in-a-generation talent. And honestly, that might still be underselling him. Thanks for tuning in to Quick Rundowns. What do you think of Naoya Inoue? Is there anyone who can challenge him, or is he truly untouchable? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more combat sports breakdowns. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and remember, monsters are real and they're out here knocking people out.